Hello. It's Jordan Wallace here from the Climate Research website. You can look at that. It's so dark, my image is so dark here, but there's a wonderful background in this angle, on this angle at the front of the lake. Anyway, I wanted to talk a bit about social cost of carbon, and I wanted to talk about how to match a timeline. It's not something I have an answer to, but how to match a timeline between some of these economic criteria, and so impact and experience. So interesting idea at the moment. Um, so social cost of carbon was there was a one paper on this issue from the Office of Science and Technology Policy and the EPA under Barack Obama, social cost of carbon. So if you were to search that, you would find it. Um, Barack Obama. So um, droughts, floods, uh, forest fires, various uh, climate relevant impacts. Um, so human experience and optimism. We need to have enough optimism to make it through. And uh, if you have a copy of that paper, you can compare it to what's called a relative concentration pathway, which I've done. Element-wise multiplication is all it takes. And so then you start to understand gigatons of carbon at, say, $100 a ton social cost. Uh, so, um, Still very much looking forward to. Apparently, under the other administration in the U.S., uh, there's specifically Republican. Uh, they're trying to uh, deplete meaningful references in structural knowledge uh, that bear an effect on human beings now and in the future. Uh, so uh, we include things in social cost globally. We don't include things in social cost globally. Now, the more you know about this, the more you understand it as uh, if we were to apply the logic that we should be able to spend all that money now to avert the situation itself, it lends to stability. Uh, Also, as a proponent of special drawing rights as economic design for special circumstances. Special circumstances in the case of things like, um, well, uh, uh, hurricanes are much so. It's well known that if you heat water, it develops turbine force in a system like a hurricane. Surface temperature, ocean surface temperature, and so the prolonged effects of which during that season end up in different regions, end up being common experience. The larger that common experience is, and it's not just about getting back to normal living standards, it's about having policy and knowing what's next. If we can, how are we matching human experience with economics? because it's very important. Stability uh, in as a uh, cross reference within those the disciplines of social sciences and economics. All right. That's it for me for now. Feel free to take a look at my website, Climate Research, Jordan Wallace, Climate Research. If you search that, Climate Research, one word, if you search that, you'll probably find something. All right. Be well.